What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Wanted to just jump on here and give you guys a quick live update. We have a lot of stuff going on this afternoon. Just gonna wait for everyone to show up. Thanks for the donation, Detonator. I appreciate that. Mama Eagle, thanks again for the gifted memberships. Wow. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. What's going on, Logan Daniel? How's it going? Boring Hornet, thanks for the donation. Really appreciate it. Boring Hornet, that's a funny name. What's going on, James Marani? I'm just going to give it another minute or so for everyone to show up before I get started. You can always rewind from the beginning for those of you guys just tuning in. If you can't stay for the whole update, you can always rewind. Even while the stream is still live, you can rewind it. And I'll be posting a text summary of everything on Patreon and for silver members on YouTube. Abbreviated text summary of all the major headlines. Lots of stuff going on. It's so much stuff. So earlier today we had 2 presidential Doomsday planes up in the air, which is very strange. They were flying right behind each other. I don't know if this was related to the strikes on Qatar. Israel conducted strikes on Qatar, if you guys are not aware. I'm going to change my screen in a second and show you guys some flight paths. But we had a lot of emergency action messages so far today. These are U.S. nuclear codes. So the U.S. nuclear forces are transmitting codes again today actively. We just had a tactical code. And the difference between the tactical codes and the regular codes is the tactical ones are actually for actual units that could be airborne, like bombers, fighter jets, and other types of strategic units. Okay, so we had actual tactical level communications going on with our nuclear forces just not too long ago, like 30 minutes ago. So something is brewing. Something serious is going on behind the scenes. Inator, thank you for the gifted memberships. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Smoky Mountain Bushcraft, how's it going? Sherry Morris, thanks for the gifted memberships. Sherry Morris, thank you very much. Appreciate it. So let me share my screen here. Start off with some flights, and then we'll get into the news. See, where was that? Okay, so here we have the two Doomsday planes, U.S. Doomsday planes that were airborne this morning, and they have since landed. But I do have a source that lives near Offutt Air Base in Omaha, Nebraska, and my source sent me video footage of an actual Doomsday plane flying over where my source lives, and that Doomsday plane was not on the flight tracker. Okay, so just because you see a plane on the flight tracker doesn't mean that that's all that's airborne. Okay, these planes can be airborne right now, and we're not seeing them on the flight tracker. Okay, but one of my sources, who's been helping me with tracking these planes out of Offutt Air Base for the last 3 years, just sent me a video, I want to say like 30 minutes ago, showing one of these Doomsday planes flying over the Omaha, Nebraska area, and there currently is no Doomsday plane on the flight tracker. So I don't know if that's one of these planes or if it's a different one, but at minimum we had two presidential Doomsday planes airborne, which is very unusual, and they were flying right behind each other. One took off from looks like Barksdale, or from the Shreveport area where Barksdale Air Force Base is located. That's the home of our bombers and Air Force Global Strike Command. That's the headquarters of the air leg of our nuclear triad. Then we had another one take off from the Omaha, Nebraska area, which is where Offutt Air Base is, the home of Strategic Command. And they met over southern Missouri mid-air. Okay, they met mid-air over southern Missouri, and they were flying right behind each other through Kansas. Then they hooked around and went towards Illinois. Very strange for two of them to be flying together like that, and that typically when they do something like this, it indicates a high level of readiness. So something's going on. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's related to the Qatar strikes. If you guys are not aware, Israel struck some Hamas leadership in Qatar. They were hiding out in Qatar, in Doha, and the Israelis struck the Hamas leadership in Doha, which is obviously in a separate country, a sovereign country. So Israel basically bombed a sovereign country this morning, trying to go after Hamas. Apparently it was green-lighted by the Trump administration, even though the Trump administration was kind of against it, but they green-lighted it because Israel assured the Trump administration that they had precision weapons and they were going to try to minimize any civilian issues, civilian casualty issues. So I don't know if it's related to that or something else with Russia. Now, we also had some concerning flights near the Baltics. So this was earlier this morning. This is extremely rare, okay? I personally have never seen this before in the last 5 years that I've been tracking these flights on an almost daily basis. Here you can see this green line. And this is a U.S. nuke sniffer plane, Constant Phoenix. This plane can detect radiation in the air or in the atmosphere. It has special radiation sampling instruments on board, so when it flies through an area, it can sample the air to see if there's any radiation in the air. And any kind of traces of, radioactive material or nuclides. And it was flying very, very low. That's why you can see that light green there, the lime green color. very low in the middle of the Baltic Sea between the Gotland Island and Lithuania and Latvia and Estonia. Very low, back and forth numerous times. So I don't know if this is a U.S. Nuke sniffer plane. Took off from Mildenhall and was flying just super low. I think only 5,000 feet in altitude or so. This is extremely unusual, and the only thing I can think of is that they're either trying to detect the presence of nuclear weapons in Kaliningrad, or they're trying to detect the presence of Russian nuclear subs in the Baltic. Okay, any kind of submerged nuclear-powered submarines, they can actually detect that as well. The radiation given off by those submarines underwater, they can actually detect that. We've seen this before. Last year, we saw something like this off the U.S. East Coast. I reported that, and they were also searching for a Russian sub off the East Coast last year. They were doing the same thing with a nuke sniffer, flying real low. So this is very concerning. It could mean that either there's Russian nuclear weapons in Kaliningrad, or they're searching for Russian nuclear subs in the Baltic, okay? Which is a huge, serious escalation if that's true. If there's a Russian nuclear sub in the Baltic Sea, that's very concerning. Carol White, thank you so much for the donation, Carol White. Really appreciate the donation. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good Tuesday afternoon. Melody, thank you for the gifted memberships. Really appreciate that. And John Jones, thanks for the gifted memberships. Really appreciate it. Why is it concerning? Because there's a Russian nuclear sub in the middle of Europe. That's a serious escalation to have a Russian nuclear armed or nuclear powered submarine in the Baltic Sea. I mean, that's like right in Europe's backyard. That would be like if the US sent a nuclear submarine in, I don't know, the Gulf of Finland right next to St. Petersburg, and we had a sub lingering right there next to St. Petersburg or something, or in the Sea of Okhotsk right next to Vladivostok. Okay, it's a serious escalation. So if you don't think it is, then you need to get your head checked. You need to get your head checked, or maybe you need to take some CoQ10 and boost that brain activity a little bit. And we also had a Russian VIP fly to Kaliningrad last night and this morning. This is a Russian presidential Doomsday plane, or Russian Air Force One, that flew from Moscow to Kaliningrad, and then a couple hours later it flew back to Moscow from Kaliningrad. So this is the Tupolev Tu-14PU. This is one of Putin's planes, one of his Doomsday planes that flew to Kaliningrad and then flew back. So I don't know why they would do that if they moved the VIP to Kaliningrad, but it's very rare to have a Russian VIP of this. It had to be somebody of the level of Putin or Medvedev or maybe Nikolai Patrushev, somebody very high in the Russian government, like of the level of Putin's inner circle or his immediate, cabinet members that had to have been on this plane. Maybe the Russian chief of staff, the top Russian general, somebody like that, defense minister, like Gerasimov, or I forget the new defense minister. It's not Shoigu, but it's some other guy. Defense minister, somebody very high up, Patrushev, somebody like that. So this is very concerning to see this. It means that Russia could potentially launch some combat operations out of Kaliningrad soon. If they're moving a VIP there, they're going to probably want this VIP to oversee what's going on over there with the military situation. The Russian military oversee everything. You know, just like Pete Hegseth, the U.S. Secretary of War. He's now in Puerto Rico, obviously, because they're going to launch combat operations out of Puerto Rico at Venezuela and the cartels, okay? So, you know, that's another big sign that something's about to go down in the Caribbean and in South America, Venezuela, because you have Pete Hegseth and Dan Kane both going to Puerto Rico, okay? That is very unusual. They're both there right now, and the only reason I can think of is because they want somebody on the ground to oversee the combat operations against Venezuela and the cartels. And that's the same thing that's going on over here. They moved the Russian VIP to Kaliningrad to oversee the situation in the Baltic. So we also have a B-52 nuclear bomber airborne over Texas right now. There's also a nuclear war command and control plane in the Gulf of America. We just heard it communicating not too long ago. It's currently standing by for traffic. So Andrew H., thank you for the donation on PayPal. Andrew H., really appreciate that. And Alan B., thank you for the PayPal. Appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. And by the way, if you donate to PayPal, YouTube takes 30% of all donations and memberships. So if you donate to PayPal, if you're going to be making larger donations, it makes more sense to do it to PayPal, you know, unless, you know, you're okay with giving YouTube 30% of your donation. We also have a large number of Polish combat vehicles heading to the Belarus border. Poland shut down their entire border with Belarus and Russia. So that's the major breaking news. Poland shut down their entire border with Russia and Belarus. Got someone standing by for traffic. That's that E6. So Poland is actively moving combat vehicles. Actively moving combat vehicles to the border of Belarus and Russia. So what we're hearing right now, that was just this E6 Mercury in the Gulf of America. It's standing by for traffic. It's communicating with U.S. nuclear-armed submarines in the Gulf. So it's standing by for traffic. It's waiting for messages to come in from ground stations, and then it transmits them to the subs. We have some major breaking news coming in from Ross. Activity on combat frequencies related to Tu-95 and Tu-160 strategic bombers at Engels Air Base have been recorded. Departures will probably take place in the coming hours. Wow. Okay, so major breaking news. Looks like a major Russian attack will take place in the coming hours on Ukraine. So So the Russian Barenet is active right now. See here. We also have this E3 Sentry that was airborne over Alaska, over central Alaska. It was looping over central Alaska. Check that out. That's pretty unusual. Thank you, Ross, for the update. I appreciate that. So something's going on here near Alaska.
All stations. This is neon gas, breaking for germ 1, for germ 49. Whiskey. Victor.
It's a tactical nuclear code. Tactical nuclear code right now. Wow, guys, we just had another tactical code. So this is for tactical units, tactical strategic assets of the U.S. military. They're sending out targeting information, updating them with the latest targeting information. They only do this if something really big is about to go down. Look at the map of Ukraine. It just lit up. Let me share the map of Ukraine. Look at that. top right corner of the screen, you can see most of Ukraine is under an air raid alert now. And we did hear some news that came out yesterday and the day before that Russia was planning some kind of big strike within the next 48 hours, and that was like Sunday and Monday. It's already Tuesday, so that would mean either today or by today or tomorrow, Russia's planning some kind of big strike. But you can see the map of Ukraine there, all lit up. And then here we have footage coming out of Poland. Look at Poland moving a bunch of military hardware to the border of Russia and Belarus. So this is nothing, by the way. These are just, I don't know if these are air defenses or what they're moving here. These don't look like standard trucks. There's something that they're trying to hide in those trucks there. They could be some kind of air defenses. That's what it seems like to me. Wow, wait. Actually, these could be German. Look at this truck here. This could be a German military. Look, you see the white cross there? Look at that. That's the German cross, the German military cross. Yep, these are German vehicles. These are German vehicles in Poland. So I don't know if these are German air defenses being moved. These look like possibly German air defenses now being moved to the border of Belarus and Russia. Guys, you're not going to see this anywhere else except here. So hit the thumbs up button and share this out. You're not going to see this on NBC, CBS, MSNBC, Fox News. This is only going to happen right here on this channel. Breaking news right as it's happening with proper analysis. Okay, you can see the German cross there. So these are German army trucks in Poland for some reason. And it almost looks like these are possibly air defense trucks, or that looks like a fuel truck possibly. But there's a reason why Germany would be moving trucks into Poland. Let's put it this way. Poland is not going to be asking Germany for artillery shells. Poland has plenty of artillery, plenty of fuel, you know, basic necessities like that Poland has. For Germany to send trucks into Poland means that this is some kind of specialized equipment in these trucks that Poland does not have. It could be extra air defense systems or some kind of radars, I don't know. But there's something in these trucks that Poland doesn't have, because Poland has their own military, you know. They wouldn't need, you know, artillery shells to come in all the way from Germany, okay? So there's something on these trucks. I don't know what it is, but it's not normal. And let me just show you guys the buildup in Poland along the border of Belarus and Russia. I shared this last night for those of you guys who missed the update last night. Look at all these self-propelled howitzers being loaded by train. Okay, this is somewhere in Poland, close to the border of Russia and Belarus. You can see the soldiers here fully armed with a full magazine in the rifle there. So they're on high alert. If they have a loaded rifle and they're patrolling with full combat gear, you know, this is not some kind of training exercise. Okay. Here's another picture of one of the Polish self-propelled howitzers being moved. We know that this is in Poland because you can see on the train there it says PKP. That's the Polish state railways. Okay. Here we have Polish M1 Abrams tanks being moved on flatbeds. Here we have some Polish M1 Abrams being moved at night on streets. Not exactly sure where this is, but they're moving them on streets for some reason on the road, on highways. Okay. Here's another picture of the massive number of Polish infantry fighting vehicles. This is a self-propelled mortar. You can see the little cannon there. This is like a longer range mortar. And here we have the Polish infantry fighting vehicles, massive convoy, okay, moving down the highway here. You know, they have a lot of these, so something is going on. Ross says there was just a takeoff of the Tu-160. Wow. So it looks like a Tu-160 just took off from Engels Air Base in Russia. That means that bombs are about to land in Ukraine. Tu-160 is the primary strategic bomber for Russia. That's their primary nuclear bomber. It's a Tu-160 Blackjack. We actually copied that design and we made our B-1 Lancer after they made their Tu-160. Our B-1 Lancer is a copy of their bomber. They made that one first before we did, but we beat them with the stealth bombers though. But yeah, we got massive movement of Polish tanks and heavy equipment. Here's another picture here showing a Polish M1 Abrams moving on the highway at night, being escorted by soldiers. Here's another massive convoy in the Polish countryside of, looks like, armored personnel carriers here. These look like just armored personnel carriers with a machine gun pod and some advanced optics there. Thank you, Giovanni. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for the email. I'll check it out. Yeah, well, Poland is the apple of Trump's eye. Trump absolutely loves Poland. I would say Poland is like one of his top favorite countries for various reasons. You know, but I think Trump is going to start doing some serious armament sales to Poland. I think that Trump is probably going to give Poland nuclear weapons too, because Poland requested nuclear weapons 2 years ago, and the Biden administration denied it. So, but I think Trump will probably give the green light for that, which will be huge. I don't know if they're going to be B-61 nuclear gravity bombs. Most likely that's probably what they're going to get, because Polish F-16s are already backups to the NATO nuclear squadrons in Belgium and the Netherlands and Italy and I think Germany, also the UK. So Poland is a backup country for the nuclear sharing program, meaning that if the primary countries cannot deploy the nuclear weapons for whatever reason, The Polish F-16s have been trained to do that, and they can also escort those. They're actually also part of an escorting mission as well, so they could escort those primary countries that are part of the nuclear sharing program. So they're basically already trained up. It would just be a matter of the B-61s being moved into Poland. Another tactical code right now.
4, 3, stand by. Whiskey, Mike, 2, 4, 3, November, stand by. Whiskey, Mike, 2, 4, 3, November, stand by. Message follows. Whiskey, Mike, 2, 4, 3, November, Hotel, November, Golf, Mike, 4, India, Charlie, Yankee, 5, India, 4, Mike, 2, Quebec, 7, Delta, Kilo, Sierra, Sierra, Uniform, Zulu, 3, Bravo, 4, I say again, 4, height, 4, height, Whiskey, Mike, 2, 4, 3, November, Hotel, November, Golf, Mike, 4, India, Charlie, Yankee, 5, India, 4, Mike, 2, Quebec, 7, Delta, Kilo, Sierra, Sierra, Uniform, Zulu, 3, Bravo, 4, this is out.
Wow, guys, another tactical code. That's like the third or fourth one in the last hour. We have a Russian bomber that just took off, a Tu-160 Russian strategic bomber. Just took off, ready to bomb Ukraine. Looks like they're going to be bombing Ukraine soon. Thank you, Lori B, for the gifted memberships. Really appreciate it, Lori B. Thank you very much. Yeah, the largest exercise in years, the Zapad 2025. That means west. Yep. Zapad in Russian means west. That's right. Bonnie, thank you for the gifted memberships. Bonnie and Lori B, thank you so much. I Love Jesus 1967. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the generous donation. Thank you very much. I Love Jesus says, hi everyone. I can't give as much as I normally do. I just bought a new Acura. I need money for gas. Wow, congratulations on your new Acura. I hope you really enjoy that car and have fun with it and take good care of it. And thanks for the donation. Really appreciate that. Make sure you do your regular oil changes. Oil changes are the number one thing that can keep your your car or vehicle running very long is regular oil changes. The sooner the better, you know. Keep that oil fresh in your engine. Scooby Snacks, thanks for the donation. Was there ever a threat to Russia from Trump if Russia were to use nukes on Ukraine? That's a good question. I don't know what Trump would do if Russia nuked Ukraine. I don't know if Trump would get involved or not, or in what capacity he would get involved. It's hard to say. You know, the thing with Trump is he changes his mind a lot. So it's kind of hard to know what he's going to do. He's very, like, unstable. One day he says he's going to bomb Moscow. The next day he invites Trump, he invites Putin to Alaska, you know. He swings from one extreme to the other. So it's really hard to judge what he would do. I'm sure there would be some kind of response. I'm sure he wouldn't just sit quietly and do nothing. I'm sure there would be some kind of response, but the question is, what kind of response would there be? I don't know. Judging by his track record, I don't think he would bomb Russia or go to war with Russia over Ukraine. Otherwise, he would have already done so. So maybe he would just, you know, I don't know, put pressure on Russia in some other indirect way. I don't know, some like indirect response, but I don't expect any direct retaliation, judging by his track record. That's the only thing we can go by is, you know, his track record and what he's done so far to see what he would do in the future, you know. Maybe he will, I don't know what he would do though, but I would say something indirect more than likely. So see here, what else did I want to share with you guys? So there's a lot going on. It's hard to keep up with everything. Thank you again for all the donations and gifted memberships, everybody. Thank you very much. Let's see here. What else did I want to show you? So yeah, an Israeli official said that they informed the U.S. of the attack against Hamas in Qatar, and the Israeli official said that the U.S. provided full support. The attack on Hamas leadership in Doha was coordinated with the U.S. according to News 12, Israeli News Channel 12. And Israeli News Channel 12, citing an Israeli official, reported that Trump did give the green light for the attack on Hamas leadership in Qatar, and the Israeli Defense Forces said that prior to the strike, measures were taken to mitigate harm to civilians, including the use of precise munitions and additional intelligence. So we're not hearing of any civilian casualties at the moment from this Israeli strike on Qatar. Qatar says that the report about them being informed of the Israeli attack beforehand is false. They say that they received the call from a U.S. official right when the explosions were heard in Doha. So probably the U.S. and Israel did not want to alert Qatar before the strikes because they didn't want Qatar to maybe somehow tell Hamas that strikes were coming and basically spoil the operation. So they basically called Qatar as the bombs were landing just to play it safe, to make sure that Hamas doesn't try to flee. And the Qatari Interior Ministry is claiming that the Israeli attack resulted in the death of a member of the internal security force in Qatar. So that's what. So I guess there was a civilian casualty. You know, if you consider the internal security force of Qatar as as a civilian. It's more like collateral damage. And an Israeli official told Israeli Channel 12 that there's currently no confirmation regarding the deaths of Hamas leaders. So we don't know yet who was killed. Okay, they're still doing assessment as to who was killed. Okay, so we don't know 100%, who was taken out in this strike. Um, um, Jeremy N, thank you for the donation on PayPal. Jeremy N. Hey, Detonator, I don't know if you're still listening. Detonator, if you're still in the chat, send me an email if you wanna join the Discord. Send me an email. I don't know if you have my email address, but it's in the About section on my YouTube or on my website. Send me an email and I'll talk to you about everything you had requested. Wow, Desiree L. Thank you, Desiree L, for the PayPal donation. Really appreciate it. Desiree L, hope you're doing well. Not sure if you're still listening or not, but thank you, Desiree. Really appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Thanks for the support. Very, very kind of you. Um,
This is Neon Gas, standing by for traffic.
Interesting. Did you hear that?
Say again, this is Neon Gas, standing by for traffic.
Wow. It's hard to hear what he's saying.
This is Neon Gas, out.
Thank you guys for all the support. Desiree L. Thank you, Desiree L. Appreciate that very much. See, there's so much news here. Let me continue with the news. We're hearing that German special forces boarded an Estonian-operated ship with Russian crew named Scanlark in the Kiel Channel and discovered espionage equipment. Investigators suspect Russia used the vessel to launch drones over critical infrastructure. Wow, so this is the incident where there were Russian drones flying over Germany. If you remember, like a couple months ago, there were Russian drones flying over German bases. It looks like they might have found the culprit. The head of the IAEA stated that 6 out of 7 pillars of nuclear safety have been violated at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. According to him, the plant is supplied by only one external transmission line, which creates serious risks, and all 6 reactors are in a state of cold shutdown, and none of them can be safely restored.
X-ray, Tango, Zulu, 2, Papa, Papa, standby. X-ray, Tango, Zulu, 2, Papa, Papa, standby. X-ray, Tango, Zulu, 2, message follows. X-ray, Tango, Zulu, 2, go, uniform, 2, Victor, Tango, Hotel, Delta, Tango, Lima, 3, Mike, Tango, Foxtrot, Whiskey, Uniform, Hotel, Whiskey, Papa, 7, Golf, November, Delta, 0,
Wow, guys, another EAM, absolutely insane. Wow. Just totally insane. Stephen V, thank you for the PayPal. Stephen V, thank you very much. Appreciate that, Stephen V. Um, wow, we have some interesting news coming in about the Venezuela front. So, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard directed the National Security Agency in recent months to recall a classified report about Venezuela, despite agency staff affirming it was accurate and complied with all NSA policies, in a move that has raised major questions inside the intelligence community, according to people familiar with the matter. Wow, so that is pretty insane. So the Director of National Intelligence had a report about Venezuela recalled, a classified report. This was a few months ago, so obviously the Trump administration is planning to strike Venezuela. I have no doubt. The classified report related to Venezuela and one of President Trump's special envoys, Richard Grenell. One of the people said it included conversations that Grenell had with Nicolas Maduro, the leader of Venezuela, who the U.S. has accused of drug trafficking, as well as information about Grenell collected by the NSA. Wow. After it was released, the unclassified addendum was added directing staff to recall this report at Gabbard's direction. The unclassified addendum was issued in April, according to the person familiar with the matter. Wow. Wow. A senior intelligence official told CNN that the report, the general context of which were described to CNN, was withdrawn over concerns about protecting civil liberties and privacy. The NSA report, the person said, made a person's identity obvious, although the substance was about Grenell's diplomatic work and was not derogatory. GOP officials have long raised concerns about unmasking people's identities in intelligence reports, feeling the common practice has been used to target and embarrass them by Democratic administrations. The official said the White House ordered reduced distribution of Venezuela intelligence reporting a few weeks ago. NSA staff were given no reason in the addendum for recalling the report. Updating is often a reason reports are retracted, so very strange. So basically they wanted to look at this intelligence report. That's why they recalled it. That's why they recalled the intelligence. So it's just another sign that they're planning a big attack on Venezuela. To me, it's just pretty obvious. So pretty obvious to me. Turkey says that they're standing by Qatar that they're backing Qatar. We have a strange situation unfolding in Nepal. There's a total civil unrest in Nepal right now. It's so bad that the Nepal army had to be deployed to the streets. Apparently, it's about the mayor of some city in Nepal. I think Kathmandu. The mayor of Kathmandu. They believe he should be the president of Nepal, and the government doesn't want to accept the results of an election or something. I don't know. But there's major chaos in Nepal right now. We have breaking news coming in. Trump urged the EU to impose 100% tariffs on China and India to stop their Russian oil purchases and pressure Moscow to end the Ukraine war, pledging that the US would match them. Interesting. It's pretty interesting news there. We're hearing also that Putin is going to begin a new phase of the war against Ukraine after his visit to China, where Putin secured a gas deal with Xi Jinping. It's pretty interesting that as soon as Putin got back from China, he started these massive attacks on Ukraine. The largest drone attack 2 days ago, 800 drones. So absolutely insane. And looks like Russian bombers are airborne right now. What's going on, Grammy Sammy? Even Greg the NYPrepper is watching NYPrepper. Thank you. That's funny. But yeah, Poland closed their entire border with Belarus, moving massive amounts of equipment, as you can see here. Oh, also there were 2 Polish VIP planes up in the air. So that's also pretty concerning. Even Putin watches NYPrepper. That's funny. That's a good one. Are we at risk for an attack on the anniversary of 9/11? It's hard to say. It's very possible, though. I think it's very possible something could happen on 9/11. Very possible. Absolutely. So we got a lot of stuff going on, guys. Looks like a Russian attack on Ukraine is imminent. I mean, it's just a massive movement of Polish equipment to the border of Belarus and Russia. It's just totally insane. Uh, so much news going on. Let me continue here. Putin apparently told Steve Witkoff that he's going to try to take Donbass by the end of the year. Netanyahu's considering closing the French consulate in Jerusalem. The UK officially concluded that Israel is not committing genocide. The Venezuelan Minister of Defense stated that the Venezuelan armed forces are on permanent alert over U.S. military operations in the Caribbean. What else? There was some kind of a blackout in Germany. In Berlin, there were tens of thousands of homes without power. Apparently, two high voltage pylons went up in flames. Those are high voltage power lines. Those are like the posts, power poles. Two high voltage power poles went up in flames. Police suspect deliberate arson. So somebody in Germany near Berlin set fire to power poles in the Berlin area. Edward Hallner, thank you for the donation. Edward Hallner, really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Edward Hallner. Marine Mom, thank you for the donation. Yeah, the mods are awesome here, second to none. Best mods on YouTube. And yeah, great group of people in the chat. We have an awesome community here. So guys, I'm gonna go and do a couple of things. I have to prepare for my stream again later tonight, and I have a stream with Daily Excellence at 8 p.m. I'm going to be on the Daily Excellence channel at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then I'll be back here for another update later on tonight, closer to midnight Eastern time. So for those of you guys just tuning in, you can scroll back to the beginning if you want to catch up on all the headlines. Amy Nelson says takeoff of 2 Tu-95s from the Engels airfield. Wow. Russia has launched drones from 25 directions. This is the most directions ever in the war. Oh, maybe I got to stick around. Major breaking news. Russia has launched drones from 25 directions at Ukraine. The most ever since the war started. Wow, so looks like we're in for a potentially record-breaking attack in the coming hours. 25 directions, guys. Drones launched from 25 directions. Think about that. That is just totally insane. Yeah, I'm going to be on the Daily Excellence channel at 8 p.m. I'm going to be live there with him, and then afterwards I'm going to be live on my channel. So Jennifer, thanks for asking people to pray. Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Amy King, 8 p.m. Eastern time on the Daily Excellence channel. I'll send a link in the chat. See here. I think he might have already scheduled it, or maybe he didn't. No, it doesn't look like he did it yet. It's here, I'll send you guys the link. Thank you, Deb Thompson, for all the love and support. Appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys, all your love and support. Appreciate it. K. Paul, good to see you, K. Paul. I hope you're doing well. Great to see you. Amy Nelson, wow, 8 Tu-95s from the Engels Air Base in the air. Oh, wow. That's a lot of bombers. So we're hearing 10 bombers took to the air. That's insane. Drones launched from 25 directions. Absolutely insane. Hold on one second, guys.
This is neon gas. Neon gas. Stand by for traffic. Again, this is neon gas. Neon gas. Stand by for traffic. This is neon gas. Out. All stations, this is Sandstone. Sandstone. Tango, 2, Foxtrot, 4, Whiskey, Uniform, 4, Hotel, 3, Whiskey, Papa, 7, Golf, November, Delta, Sierra, I say again, X-Ray, Tango, Zulu, 2, Papa, Papa, Golf, Uniform, 2, Victor, Tango, correction, item 1 and 2, Hotel, Delta, Tango, Lima, Papa, 3, Mike, Tango, Foxtrot, Whiskey, Uniform, Hotel, Whiskey, Papa, 7, Golf, November, Delta, Sierra, this is Sandstone, out.
Wow, guys, the nuclear codes are continuing. Absolutely insane. I was just on the phone with my radio guy, and he has just informed me that apparently there's at least 4 U.S. government or U.S. military VIPs up in the air. Potentially they're being scattered to bunker locations right now. We're also hearing that Russia may have launched upwards of 900 drones. So I'm also hearing as many as 10 Russian bombers are airborne. So this is totally insane. No problem, Amy. Russia has launched Shaheeds from 26 directions, which is a record. We've never seen 20 from 26 directions. Is just totally insane. multiple tactical codes. So things are really getting crazy here. Platinator says you definitely wouldn't hear this on any other channel. Only the best here. Thank you, Platinator. I appreciate it. Wow, breaking news. We have drones flying towards Poland right now. We also have, if you look at the map here, let me switch the screen. Speaking of Poland, we have a Polish radar plane airborne along the Polish border right now. Let me see if I can get that on the screen here. Show you what's going on over Poland. Poland has deployed their radar plane to the border. See that right there? Thunder 1 and then Haze 10. So Poland has deployed a AWACS plane along the border of Ukraine. Two drones are currently flying towards the Polish border. There were some other things I didn't get a chance to share in my live update that I wanted to go over. Let me quickly share that before things get crazier. See here. So let me just quickly go over some things before the next round of EAMs come in. So here you can see 4 P-8 Poseidon sub-hunters off the U.S. East Coast. We have one off of New Jersey and Long Island, one off of North Carolina, and 2 off of Florida. They've been flying there for the past few days, which is very concerning. But we do have a mass movement of VIPs, a mass movement of U.S. VIPs going to bunkers. Kevinator, thanks for the donation. Things are getting crazy. Thanks, Greg and Mods, for all you do. Don't forget the 3 Ps. Thank you, Kevinator. I appreciate the donation and the kind words. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Kevinator. Breaking news, F-16s have been deployed to the Ukraine border in Poland. So Poland has deployed F-16s to the border of Ukraine now. Let me see if I can share some other stuff here. So we got 4 sub-hunters off the East Coast. We also have this AWACS patrolling Alaska to make sure nothing's coming in from Alaska. And then earlier when I was showing you guys the nuke sniffer in the Baltic Sea, we also had 2 Polish government VIPs on the move. We had 1 Polish VIP on a Polish Doomsday plane fly from Helsinki back to Warsaw, and then another Polish Doomsday plane flew from Warsaw to London. So these are probably very, very high-level Polish officials. We're talking president, prime minister, defense minister level, okay? Very high-level ministers. David Ride, thanks for the donation. Really appreciate it. So yeah, we have breaking news. Massive drone attack is underway in Ukraine right now. Upwards of 900 drones flying towards Ukraine. as many as 10 Russian bombers airborne as well. Let's see, I wanted to show you guys these. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you also. We have currently a U.S. sub-hunter off the coast of Russia's Kola Peninsula, which is where they have their northern fleet. And what's interesting is at the same time, we had this British recon plane up there in the same area as well. So we have a sub-hunter from the U.S. and a British recon plane off of Russia's Kola Peninsula. That's where Russia keeps 2/3 of their nuclear-armed submarines, okay? So something's going on over there off the Kola Peninsula for there to be a U.S. sub-hunter and a British recon plane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, you can rewind the stream from the beginning. There's a lot of news. I'll try to see if I can post a short update soon, so you guys have at least like a kind of a summary. I might do that within the next hour. We have unconfirmed reports that 5 drones just entered Polish airspace. Wow. Unconfirmed reports that 5 drones entered Polish airspace. So I'm going to try to stay live as much as I can the rest of the evening to monitor this, because it looks like we're going to see a record attack on Ukraine again. Yeah, Russia is getting very ballsy with the drones going into Poland. They've been going in there nonstop. Yeah, they don't fly. The Polish F-16s don't fly with their trackers on. You won't see them with their trackers on. Here's the latest map, air raid map of Ukraine. You can see all of northern Ukraine and western Ukraine is under air raid alerts. So, very concerning.
station, all stations. This is Neon. Gas. 7 Kilo Alpha Delta 2 standby 7 Kilo Alpha Delta 2 standby 7 Kilo Alpha Delta 2 standby. Message hold 7 Kilo Alpha Delta 2 4 X-ray Lima Papa Juliet Sierra November Uniform Oscar 7 Kilo 7 5 Hotel Lima November. Say again. 7 Kilo Alpha Delta 2 4 X-ray Lima Papa Juliet Sierra November Uniform Oscar 7 Kilo 7 5 Hotel Lima November. This is Neon out.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm still here in the background monitoring the situation. Um, I'm going to actually record a quick update, just summarizing everything I've said for the last 2 hours and post it. But I will be monitoring the situation the rest of the evening, and I will be providing full-time live monitoring later tonight. Probably at like 9 or 10 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be a long night. That's right, Rodney. It's going to be a long night. We just had a really fast EAM. Looks like we're hearing that possible drone infiltration into Polish airspace.
Tango. Zulu. 2. Papa. Papa. Golf. Uniform. 2. Victor. Tango. Hotel. Delta. Tango. Lima. Papa. 3. Mike. Tango. Foxtrot. Whiskey. Uniform. Hotel. Whiskey. Papa. 7. Golf. November. Delta. Sierra. I say again. X-ray. Tango. Zulu. 2. Papa. Papa. Golf. Uniform. 2. Victor. Tango. Hotel. Delta. Tango. Lima. Papa. 3. Mike. Tango. Foxtrot. Whiskey. Uniform. Hotel. Whiskey. Papa. 7. Golf. November. Delta. Sierra. This is Sandstone. Out.
Wow, guys. EAMs are continuing. This is totally insane. Totally insane situation. Ross is reporting as many as 12 drones have entered Polish airspace. "12 drones in Poland." Yep, definitely not an accident. It's going to be a busy night. I'm going to be continuing to provide live coverage. This is totally insane. Algeria requested an emergency meeting at the UN Security Council following Israeli attacks on Doha. No problem, Elaine. Thanks for the support. Thank you, Detonator. I'm going to send you that invite now. Hold on. So this is just totally insane. What a crazy evening so far. Thank you, Ross. I'll check it out. Yeah, we're hearing up to 900 drones. Wow, we have unconfirmed reports that Polish, Romanian, and Netherlands F-16s and F-35s are in Poland right now. We have unconfirmed reports that there are up to 9 drones or even 12 drones in Polish airspace right now. We're hearing that some of them are as deep as 30 miles into Poland. Unconfirmed reports at this time. This is extremely serious. We have unconfirmed reports of multiple Russian drones in Polish airspace right now. Munchie Man, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Really appreciate it. They crossed in from Ukraine, from the Volyn region in Ukraine. Jason, they came in from the Volyn region. So they flew over Ukraine and then into Polish airspace. It's unconfirmed now, but you know, who knows? They probably keep a lot of stuff secret, things that they don't want us to know about. We do have a lot of U.S. military VIPs on the move. We had the 2 Doomsday planes airborne today. Lots of stuff going on. So I'm going to continue to monitor the situation here. The drones, they're usually explosive drones unless Russia's sending, you know, just like dud drones with no warheads attached, but so it looks like we're up to 18 EAMs so far, according to the EAM tracker that I have on Discord. Thank you, Homesteading DIY. And thank you again, Munchie Man, for the gifted memberships. Really appreciate it. We're hearing that Dutch F-35s are now in the air in Poland. We're hearing that Russia has launched drones from 28 directions. This is just totally insane. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta record a video update summarizing all the news. So I'll be right back.
radio check. Over.
All stations, this is Sandstone, break, X-ray, Tango, Zulu, 2, Papa, stand by, X-ray, Tango, Zulu, 2, Papa, stand by, X-ray, Tango, Zulu, 2, Papa, stand by, message follows. X-ray, Tango, Zulu, 2, Papa, Golf, uniform, 2, Victor, Tango, Hotel, Delta, Tango, Lima, Papa, 3, Mike, Tango, Foxtrot, Whiskey, uniform, Hotel, Whiskey, Papa, 7, Golf, November, Delta, Sierra, I say again. X-ray, Tango, Zulu, 2, Papa, Golf, uniform, 2, Victor, Tango, Hotel, Delta, Tango, Lima, Papa, 3, Mike, Tango, Foxtrot, Yankee, uniform, hotel, whiskey, Papa, 7, Golf, November, Delta, Sierra, this is Tango, out. all stations, this is Sandstone, break. X-ray, Tango, Zulu, 2, Papa, stand by. X-ray, Tango, Zulu, 2, Papa, stand by. X-ray, Tango, Zulu, 2, Papa, stand by, message follows. X-ray, Tango, Zulu, 2, Papa, Golf, uniform, 2, Victor, Tango, Hotel, Delta, Tango, Lima, Papa, 3, Mike, Tango, Foxtrot, Whiskey, uniform, Hotel, Whiskey, Papa, 7, Golf, November, Delta, Sierra, I say again, X-ray, Tango, Zulu, 2, Papa, Golf, uniform, 2, Victor, Tango, Hotel, Delta, Tango, Lima, Papa, 3, Mike, Tango, Foxtrot, Whiskey, uniform, Hotel, Whiskey, Papa, 7, Golf, November, Delta, Sierra, this is Sandstone, out.
Alright guys, we got some emergency breaking news right now. Emergency breaking news, potentially the biggest breaking news of the last couple of years. We have Russian drones attacking Poland. Right now we have reports of possibly 24 Russian drones flying into Polish airspace. So this is very, very concerning. This is absolutely insane. I'm going to restart the live stream, so stand by for continuing coverage. I'm going to restart the live stream right now.